It's Thursday, February 7th. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. Ray on Facebook says, is it possible for a person to be good without God? Is it possible for a person to know right from wrong without God? Many people are turning to atheism these days and making claims that they can be good without God, or that they can know what is right and wrong without God. Well, we have this feeling that Christians are good and non-Christians are bad, and that's not necessarily the case. Honestly, in my life, I've been mistreated more by Christians than non-Christians. And I don't always see Christians being good. So I don't think you can make a statement, first of all, that all Christians are good and all non-Christians are bad. In fact, I know some non-Christians that seem to be better than a lot of Christians that I know. You know what I'm saying? But it all comes down to a pivotal verse in the Bible. Jesus is speaking in Mark 10:18, and he says, no one is good except God alone. Now, that means no one. Christians and non-Christians. Now, sometimes we get it right. Sometimes out of our hearts we do good things, good deeds. But folks, all of us, no exceptions, have those things in our lives that are not good. And so to say that anybody is good would be wrong. Now, you can say that some people are better than others, and you'd really have to qualify outside of the quote, Christian and non-Christian point of view, because there are some great non-Christians and there's some pretty crummy Christians. So, how do you begin to look at this issue, folks? First of all, we don't have what it takes. Let me remind you the reason that Jesus died on the cross. It was because you're not good. You can't be. The more we try to be good, the more we try to live without sin, it seems like the worse we get with it. We talked about the pink elephant thing. The more you try not to think about something, the more you think about it. And sin is kind of like that. And, we were powerless. And if you could have disciplined yourself to be good, Jesus wouldn't have died on the cross. If you could have disciplined yourself to be righteous before God, he wouldn't have died on the cross. It's the fact that we can't do it, Christian and non-Christian, that we can't do it. So when an atheist says, I can be good just like any Christian, well, yeah, you can, because we're not doing it very well either. No one is good, just God is good. That's what Jesus said, and he's right. So, folks, here's the bottom line. Any kind of goodness that we have that's real, that isn't just something that we try to motivate ourselves to do, but something that comes from deep inside, that comes from God. And I think that kind of compassion that is outside of ourselves comes from God. I wish I saw more of that these days. I wish I saw more Christians with it. There are a lot of good people around, and I think that's one of the reasons why the world isn't more chaotic than it is. But God's goodness is superior, and he's the only one that's good. As Jesus said, no one is good except God alone. Hope that answers your question, Ray. God bless you. Have a great day.